Hey everybody. So since I reviewed Brave recently and since I've seen all of Pixar's films as of 2012, I thought it'd be right to have a video talking about Pixar's progress as a company, where I think they should go, what they should improve upon, what I'd like to see from this company in the next few years. Since they're kind of along the line of Disney Renaissance, where they're always making a new film for every summer back when Disney the Renaissance used to do that. Um, so let's just talk about Pixar in this video. I mean, are they doing a good job? Are they doing a bad job? Were they once good and now they're doing bad? So this video is all about that. And if you want to talk about Pixar, feel free to leave a comment or so on this video. Um, so first of all, guys, um, I do like how Pixar, and this is probably more the positive side of Pixar for this first half of the video. I like how they're always coming up with a new subject matter for each film. Even if it's a sequel, they're always going for a new kind of story to that series. And what I mean by that is for Toy Story 1, it was about, two toys not getting along and kind of the adventure they went on that eventually made them become good friends. Toy Story 2 to me was more, kind of this character questioning whether he wants to be with this new group or stay with the old group. And Toy Story 3 was, to me, it kind of felt like, what are your values? What's it like when you grow up, and where are the toys in your life? What's kind of their role when you become older and everything else? So you know what I mean? Like at least with Toy Story, they're about different things. And even with Cars and Cars 2, Cars 1 was about, a car kind of realizing that there's more to life than just being a race car and racing on the racetrack and winning all these trophies. And Cars 2 was more of a spy film, which is something that kind of made or break that movie for most people. Um, it was kind of going more for like the James Bond of Pixar films. But you know what I mean? At least with Pixar, I love how they're always coming up with something new. They're not repeating the same story. Um, and like I said, even if it's a sequel, at least they're doing something new to the story to make it feel like a new subject matter. So huge thumbs up for Pixar for doing that. Um, I think, quite honestly, their visuals are getting better for each film they work on. Um, like I saw Brave recently, and it's just like every strand of grass, every leaf on the tree, every rock on the castle looks realistic now, and I really like how they went from a company where humans almost look scary in the movie, and now they almost look picture perfect to what they look like in real life. So huge thumbs up again to Pixar. Your visuals are getting better and better. I can't wait to see what they do next. Um, I think based on what I know about their company right now, um, I know that they're making a Monsters Inc. 2, which is going to be called Monsters University, which will be a prequel to the first Monsters Inc. It's about Mike and Sully meeting in college. And I also heard somewhere that they're going to make a movie that's going to be a journey inside the mind, kind of like Inception in a way. Um, I don't know what the title is right now, but I know it's going to be out like a journey inside the mind, like Inception, like I said. Um, and they look very promising. At least they sound promising. So I love how Pixar is always giving us something that we can really, be faithful about. Give us a promise that they can keep. Even though Cars 2 and even for some people, even for Brave, those films didn't live up to the expectations they had for them. But you know what? They tried. They tried to do something that we were really hoping for, but unfortunately, didn't do so well. So I always like how they're giving us something promising, something to look forward to every year. So huge thumbs up again for doing that for us. Um, this isn't so much a good or a bad thing, but I think they're becoming a very realistic company. And like I said, this isn't a good or a bad thing because it's kind of a little bit of both. Um, they've had their successes and they had their failures. And I think every company, realistic company anyway, I think kind of goes through those things. And, I like how, Toy Story was huge. It got them on the map. Finding Nemo was a huge box office success, and many people today can claim it to be their best film. Then we had films like Cars 2 and Brave, where people are like, you know what, what's kind of their factor kind of disappeared. Um, so I really hope they stay more so on the rise and the fall of their company and really learn from their mistakes. And I hope that they're able to make films more along the line of Toy Story than Cars 2. Um, so, like I said, I really like how this company has gone through both phases of a company. So, not really a thumbs up or a thumbs down for this, but um, I just like how this company has gone through something that, I think every company realistically will go through at some point. But anyway, next idea here. As far as the negatives of Pixar, you guys, I really wish that they came up with more original ideas. When I saw Brave recently, I liked the film. It was a good film. I liked the twist that they gave it, but it didn't feel very original. I felt like I saw this kind of story before. Um, when I saw Cars 2, in 2011, I believe, um, we've already seen the spy story before. We didn't need to see Cars playing that out for us. Um, so I really wish they came up with more original ideas. Because Toy Story and Bugs Life and Incredibles and all that stuff felt so fresh at the time. I really hope they find a way to come up with more original ideas, whether that means hiring new people, hiring new directors. Uh, so either way, I think they need to come up with more original ideas because they're slowly running out of them. Um, this is more of a question than a negativity. I think this company might do better without sequels. Toy Story 2 and 3 were very good, but that doesn't mean Cars 2 and Monsters University are going to be good. Um, Even though Cars was successful, even though Monsters Inc. was successful, um, I'm more faithful about Monsters Inc. 2 than I was with Cars 2. And after seeing Cars 2, it really didn't change my opinion that much. Um, but I really hope that we don't see Finding Nemo 2 and Wall-E 2 and Ratatouille 2 and all that stuff. I really hope because Pixar is such a unique and such a big company, and because they have such a huge reputation, I really hope they go for more original ideas and kind of stay away from the sequels. It was nice that Toy Story got two, and it was nice that Monsters Inc. is about to get one. And even for some people, they thought it was nice to have a Cars 2. I really think that they need to stay on the downside of sequels because I really think some of their big successes were the ones that were most original and not a sequel. Um, Something that kind of disappeared from them after a while, and I really hope they get this back and get more of this appeal as their movies come out, is I almost feel like teens and adults are losing interest in Pixar, and that's really too bad because I remember when Toy Story and Bugs Life and Incredibles all came out, people my age and slightly younger really wanted to see Pixar films. I mean, they always got excited about it. Um, they always came up with story ideas that appealed to those audiences. And now, like Brave and like Cars 2, it seems like they're just strictly out for the kids now. And I really hope they find a way to get more teen and adult appeal. Um, when I saw Brave recently, I really liked the short film added to it, and also I remember a lot of other Pixar films had a short film shown before their movie, and I think that is really cool that they do that, and I really hope they do that more often. Either Cars 2 did it or they didn't even have one at all, and if they did do it, it was kind of forgettable from what I remember. Um, so I really hope they have more short films added on to their big movies, all their movies, in fact. Um, I think it's just a very unique thing that they do, and I really hope they get more short films made. Because I remember when I saw, I think it was called Day and Night before Toy Story 3, very unique short film, and I really hope they make more short films that have the same feeling as that one. This isn't a good or a bad thing, but I think it might be an interesting thing for Pixar to try at some point. What if they provide CGI to a live action film? They don't have to make the movie, but they help out another movie for another company. Like, what if like even Disney, for example, they can stay with a company that they've worked with for every film they've probably ever worked on. Um, like, for example, I know John Carter didn't do very well, but what if another film similar to John Carter comes out in the future and they simply provide the CGI? They don't have to make the movie. They just have to provide the motion graphics and the things that need to be made on the computer that are animated and all that stuff. I think that'd be really interesting if they did do that because they've impressed us so much with their animated films. How come that wouldn't work for a live action film? So it's just a suggestion. It could be a good or a bad thing with Pixar. That's kind of why I put it as both a possible good or a possible bad thing as well. So anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on Pixar's progress? Are they doing good? Are they doing bad? Are you looking forward to Monsters Inc. 2, which is called Monsters University now, or are you looking forward to their journey into the Mind movie that's coming out as well? Um, so either way, guys, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Pixar. I think they're doing good. They've had their failures, unfortunately, but I hope they find a way to keep giving us some more masterpieces. So cross our fingers and hope that Monsters University is good next year.